Okay, we'll go ahead and bring the Board of Works meeting to order. Craig Koshaw is absent. Tyler, were you given a chance to read the minutes from the previous meeting on October 3rd?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Okay, I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay. Let's go ahead and open up the salt bids. We have the softening salt bids for the water plants.
I thought I brought the proof of publication.
You see the letter on there?
I forgot to bring my... But if we want to make that a matter of record, the proof of... Or no, this is quotes. It's not bids. These are quotes, so... I just sent letters to all these...
Softening
Yeah,
quotes.
I sent letters to all these softening companies.
Okay.
So,
You see a letter opener around here?
right here.
Okay. Are these pounds? Is that what they are? There's quotes. Get it? 1,500 tons, approximately. Did we ask them to bid 1,500 tons? Is that, or?
Well, the average, there should be a per ton price on that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right. So the first quote, is from Mid-American Salt LLC. They've quoted 1,500 tons at a rate of $134.75 per ton, for an estimated total of $202,125.
That was Mid-America.
Yeah. Mid-American Salt,
And what was the per ton?
$134.75.
Bill.
Bill, you don't know what it was this year.
Yeah. What we're paying right now is $133.25 per ton.
No, it was right around 134.
133, is that what you said?
$133.25.
So the next quote is from Cargill. It just has a per ton price quoted of $141.44.
You want that back in this or just in there?
Yeah, you can. Or you don't have to put it in, just lay it with it, so I know where it came from.
The last envelope open was from Morton Salt. However, they've elected not to bid based on their inability to fulfill the obligation.
There's one more. There's one more.
Okay. Midwest Salt. And they have a unit price $154 per ton. And it appears that they alternate between two different products. Says 231,000 is the estimate for a 1-year supply. We alternate salts based on logistics and supply chain, and specs are included with that. So.
Great, I just recommend we take those under advisement until our next council meeting in November.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. You want those, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
You need them for anything, Phil?
No, I can wait. Thank you.
Okay. Jeff Sheets. I believe Jeff appointed a new training captain.
I'm requesting that we appoint Taylor Gage as the training officer for the fire department. He has 16 years in fire service. 12 of that, actually, all 16 is with, that have been with the Decatur Fire Department. 8 of that is career.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve.
All right, I'll second. Motion is second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Get paid.
Jeff, do you have an effective date of when you, do you have an effective date of when he'll be?
I'll have to get that. We were talking today.
Okay,
I'll get that to you tomorrow.
okay.
And he is a Belmont grad, by the way.
Kurt, you want to talk about 1005 Shermeyer?
So, the other week my laptop blew up. I'm waiting on a new one to come in, so we're going to have to do this old school. You got me?
Thank you.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Told Jamie we're moving her on.
Wow.
All right, so back in July, I got approval from the Board of Ordinance to condemn house located at 1005 Shermeyer Street. At that point, they were given 60 days to either remove the home or start fixing it to get it up to current code. Since then, the property has sold to another gentleman by the name of Mark Mendez. Right across, right next to this house is an alley. Mark and Chris Mendez own property on the other side of the alley and are currently building a new house there. Turnaround stuff. They acquired this property, and Mark is asking if the city can come in and remove the building at what our normal transfer fee costs would be. So what I'm looking for is approval from the board to enter into a demolition contract with Mr. Mark Mendez.
How long has this property been condemned?
We actually sent the letter dated July 19th.
Does Jeremy's crew have time to, have you talked to Jeremy about?
I had mentioned something to Jeremy actually the other day, about them moving the home.
Okay.
What's that?
It's 10:05 Schermeyer.
Say it's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
We bill them for our man hours too, don't we? And the transfer? Or how does those work in the
No,
past?
that is just a disposal cost.
Should though. Should though.
Yeah, but that's the way
Yeah.
it's set up
Yeah.
before. It's always up for review.
Right.
And some of these do get a little
That's gonna be a lot.
involved. Like we bill Palmy River, but it's on severely reduced rate what you would normally charge. It's based on the FEMA rates. What you would charge would be paid back from FEMA during a natural disaster. But it's still something coming back.
In terms of the labor costs.
Correct. Labor and equipment cost. Trucking cost. So, something that you may want to look into in the future.
Right.
If we do go that route, we'll need contracts redone.
Right.
Most generally, you're only looking, average home, you don't add much to it. $1,000, maybe $55.
Yeah, I think the last one we did was over $5,000.
Yeah. So,
To get to dispose of?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
dispose and later.
Okay.
No, it was just disposal.
Oh,
Yeah,
dispose.
I think that was,
That was a
Let's
big
see
one.
what she might- Huh?
That was a big one, but this
Yeah.
is kind of the average.
Average.
Like this one right here, it's
The last one we did was over here, that big 2-story, wasn't it? Too?
For sure.
For Gilbert?
Story, and then there was one down on Tetrons down on
Shermeyer, that thing was voted for.
Yeah.
And there was a garage.
Square footage is pretty comparable, but the inside was back. No, I don't have a problem taking care of it.
The nice thing is the ones that you guys have taken down, there's some nice homes getting built down there, so definitely getting cleaned up. That's great.
And we take the time of trying to level up the lots the best we can, so they don't look like somebody just went in and did something over,
All right.
and they're mowable.
Well, Tyler, you want to get this one done, then maybe when everybody's back, talk about.
Right, I think we probably surely should bill for some labor. Because it's been 4 or 5 years ago, I remember signing a claim back there when we had to replace a track for $1,500. A piece of rebar went through. I mean,
Yeah.
we are assuming some risk when we're doing that, wear and tear on our machines and
Right.
stuff, but
Right.
it's got to go, so
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to move forward with this one on demolition.
I'll second.
Kept track of the fuel and stuff in the past on this stuff, so I can get you supply you with the numbers.
And even if we stick with the FEMA at the discounted rate, I think that would be still fair, and it can get stuff cleaned up, but
It's very fair.
Yeah, it is. And to be honest with you, the problem with going with an outside contractor is they're going to be about 4 to 5 times higher than what we are. And that means 4 to 5 times more money that won't go back into that property. Some people say, yeah, you're taking work away from most contractors. That may be the case, but we're also turning the property around quicker to get it back on the market, to get it back into the tax program, to get revenue back in. Otherwise, if it costs, if we can do it for $5,000, but an outside contractor is going to charge $20,000, that's $15,000 that's not going to go into that property.
right.
But
Yeah.
I agree, we should be charging.
Right.
Just transfer.
Well, we'll revisit that one after this, and the good thing is we're cleaning up areas of the town, for sure. So I have a motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, thank you guys.
I can send you some different breakdowns of the FEMA houses. And it has the one we actually call Rod, and it has the rates and stuff on it. It would be the same.
Okay. Next we have approval of Adams County Council on Aging long-term lease and memo to be recorded.
So a couple of months ago, the city and county entered into an interlocal agreement, and part of that was to offer Council on Aging a long-term lease to use the Merit Center in lieu of most of the rent. They will serve as the administrator for the Merit Center, and all of that is pursuant to a memorandum of understanding with the Council on Aging that's been in effect for the last 2 years. And so the basic tenets of their responsibilities come straight from the existing MOU in terms of the administrative responsibilities that Council on Aging would have. They had been using rooms that had been known as 1 and 2. Those have been re-identified or renumbered, and that's 1A, and 109. Room 105 had been previously leased until this summer, and it's now vacated, and it is situated in a back corner of the building. And Council on Aging would like to use that as a break room. Merit Center Board voted to go ahead and charge them rent for that space, and that's the equivalent of 192 square feet at $5 per square foot for a total annual charge of $960 to be paid monthly at a rate of $80 a month. So this looks a lot like one of our Merit Center leases, except for the fact that the rent, paragraph 4 in the rent, outlines all of the administrative responsibilities, and section 4.1 outlines what happens if the city elects to move forward with hiring a full-time administrator. So there wasn't a provision already in place for this. So upon a 90-day notice, written notice to Council on Aging, the city's intention to hire a full-time administrator, or we would give them, that way they have an opportunity to prepare, make sure that they've got funding to start paying some form of rent, that we would have the right to hire a full-time administrator. They would begin paying rent in accordance with the going rate at the time that became effective. It would require a signed addendum that outlines the remainder of the term of the lease, the square footage involved that would be encompassed, the annual rent, the monthly rent, and then that would be, addendum would then be recorded in addition to this lease, or a memorandum of lease. But otherwise, the terms are as straightforward as any other Merit Center rental agreement that we have in place. But, I mean, that 4.1 section relating to our election is likely, I mean, certainly up for discussion. I don't know how the board feels about that.
I mean, that allows us to hire an administrator at any point that we need to.
Yeah, I mean, for right now, there's definitely not enough revenue stream to hire a full-time administrator, and Michelle Lindrick does a really good job for us out there from Council on Aging. She really just keeps an eye on the building and answers a lot of phone calls, and she does a good job for us out there. So I think,
yeah, I don't think there's any intention for that to occur anytime in the near future.
Right.
But if circumstances change, if Merit Center takes off, if it becomes
right.
Kind of overly burdensome for Council on Aging or overly scheduled for the city to where that's necessary, that's a built-in option.
Okay.
So, at this point, I'm seeking a motion to approve the lease as presented so that I can deliver that to Council on Aging for consideration, signature, with the intent to have it back here for authorization for you to sign.
So
for the next
moved.
meeting.
Okay. That's a motion?
Yeah.
I'll second. Okay, motion second. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay. Thank you for preparing that. Okay, Phyllis, do you have anything else for Board of Works?
Do you want to make that a matter of record now? For his retirement?
Yeah. Yeah, I need to make a matter of record. The retirement of Verlin Butcher in November. His last day will be November 30th. Verlin started on November 5th of 1984. So he's been a wonderful employee for the wastewater department out there with a ton of knowledge. That's one thing that's hard to replace with these guys that have been around for a long time, and women, right? They're going to be hard to replace. So we're seeing that right now with a few people. But I wish Verlin well. He's done a wonderful job with the wastewater department. So his last day will be November 30th. In his letter, he mentions he wanted to thank Fred for all the meetings they had and the concerns they worked on together. And back in the early '80s is when they started the sewer separation project. So I think Verlin and Mayor Ish worked together hand in hand for a lot of time there. And Verlin wanted to make sure and say he really appreciated the time he spent with Mayor Fred Ish. So make that a matter of record.
I'll make a motion to make that a matter of record.
And I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay. Anything else?
That's all I have if we're not doing Public Works building.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay. And I'll second. Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We will start the council meeting in 10 minutes.